Hey y'all! Welcome back to my channel. Today we're tackling a question I get asked a lot, especially from viewers up north. Can you really garden in Alaska? The answer is a resounding yes. You can grow the most amazing, delicious food even with a shorter growing season. If you want to learn how to make your garden flourish, even in a colder climate, don't drag it. Watch this video from the beginning to the end. We are going to walk through all the steps to get your garden ready for success. Whether you're dreaming of fresh salads all summer long or want to can your own veggies, stick around. I'm going to share my tried and true tips for gardening in Alaska that will make you feel like you brought a little bit of Waco up north. Let's get started. Now, the first thing you need to know about gardening in Alaska is that not all plants are created equal. Some plants, bless their hearts, just aren't cut out for those cooler temperatures. But don't worry, there are plenty of cold hardy varieties that thrive in Alaska. Think of it like choosing the right fabric for a project. You wouldn't use a lightweight linen for a winter coat, would ya? You'd go for something sturdy and warm, like wool. The same goes for your garden. Some of my favorite cold hardy vegetables for Alaska are kale, spinach, carrots, radishes, and potatoes. These are like the shiplap of the garden world, dependable, strong, and always beautiful. They're pretty forgiving and can handle a little frost. When it comes to choosing seeds, look for varieties that are specially bred for short seasons. You'll see them labeled as early maturing or cold tolerant. These varieties are like those quick and easy recipes you whip up on a busy weeknight. They get the job done without a fuss. Now I know choosing the right plants can seem a little overwhelming at first, but it gets easier, I promise. It's like learning a new power tool. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be amazed at what you can create. Alright, now that we've talked about what to plant, let's talk about where to plant it. Now, you can absolutely have success planting directly in the ground in Alaska, but I want to let you in on a little secret raised beds. Raised beds are like the farmhouse sinks of the gardening world. They're practical, beautiful, and make life so much easier. They're basically like building a little platform for your plants, and they offer a few key advantages in cooler climates. First off, raised beds warm up faster in the spring. That Alaskan sun might be a little shy sometimes, but it can really heat up those raised beds, giving your plants a head start. It's like tucking your plants under a warm blanket. Second, raised beds help with drainage. Nobody wants soggy bottoms in their garden, not our plants and certainly not us. Good drainage is crucial for healthy roots, and raised beds make sure those roots stay happy and dry. Building a raised bed is pretty straightforward. You can use wood, concrete blocks, or even repurposed materials. Just make sure they're at least 6 to 8 inches high to give those roots plenty of room to stretch out. Think of it like choosing the right foundation for a house. You want something sturdy and reliable that can withstand the elements. And trust me, when you're harvesting armfuls of fresh veggies from your raised beds, you'll be so glad you put in the extra effort. Now, let's talk about giving those little seeds a fighting chance in Alaska's shorter growing season. One of my favorite tricks is to start seeds indoors before it's warm enough to plant them outside. Think of it like this. Remember those adorable chicks we raised? We didn't just leave those little chicks out in the cold, did we? No, sir. We brought them inside, kept them warm and cozy, and gave them a safe place to grow strong before they were ready to face the world. Starting seeds indoors is kind of like that. It gives your plants a head start and helps them make the most of that precious growing season. You can start seeds in seed trays, peat pots, or even recycled yogurt containers. Just make sure they have drainage holes. Use a good quality seed starting mix, and keep those seeds moist and warm. A sunny windowsill is usually a good spot, but you can also get grow lights if you need a little extra help from Mother Nature. Once your seedlings have a few sets of true leaves and the danger of frost has passed, it's time to harden them off. Hardening off is just a fancy way of saying we're going to gradually introduce them to the great outdoors, kind of like giving those chicks some supervised time outside. You can start by putting them outside for a few hours each day, gradually increasing the time until they're tough enough to handle life in the garden. Chapter 4. Low tunnels and row covers, protecting your garden from frost. Now, even with the hardiest plants and a head start indoors, sometimes Mother Nature likes to throw us a curveball in the form of a late frost. But don't worry, y'all, we've got this. We're going to outsmart those surprise frosts with a little something called low tunnels or row covers. Low tunnels are like giving your plants their own mini greenhouses. They're super simple to make. You can use hoops made of PVC pipe or even bendable wire, then drape them with a lightweight fabric like frost cloth. Row covers are similar but usually just lay directly over your plants, kind of like tucking them in with a blanket. These little covers work wonders for protecting your precious plants from those unexpected dips in temperature. The fabric traps heat from the sun during the day and creates a warmer microclimate around your plants, kind of like a cozy little cocoon. And the best part? They're inexpensive and easy to set up and take down. It's a win-win! Chapter 5. Composting black gold for your Alaska garden. Now let's talk about soil, y'all. Good soil is the foundation of any successful garden, and Alaska is no exception. Now, you might think that composting in a cold climate is like trying to bake a cake in a snowdrift, but I'm here to tell you it's totally doable. Composting is like nature's own magic trick. It turns kitchen scraps and yard waste into something amazing for your garden. And the best part is, it's free. You can compost even in the winter. It just might take a little longer for everything to break down. Think of it like slow cooking a pot of chili. Low and slow is the key. To get started, you'll need a compost bin. You can buy one, or if you're feeling handy, you can build your own. Next, you'll need to add the good stuff. Your kitchen scraps like fruit and veggie peels, coffee grounds, and eggshells. And don't forget yard waste like leaves and grass clippings. Now here's the secret sauce. You need a good mix of green materials like those kitchen scraps, and brown materials like those dry leaves. Think of it like this. Green materials are like the sugar in a recipe, and brown materials are like the flour. You need both to create that perfect balance. Once your compost is all broken down, it's like spreading black gold over your garden. It adds nutrients and improves soil structure, making it easier for your plants to access the good stuff they need to thrive. Chapter 6. Planning your Alaska garden, a season-by-season guide. When it comes to gardening in Alaska, timing is everything. It's like planning a renovation project. You wouldn't start tiling the floors before the walls are up, would you? Let's break down Alaska's growing season and create a game plan for success. First up, we've got spring. Spring in Alaska is like that friend who always arrives fashionably late, but when they finally show up, it's a cause for celebration. This is the time to start your seeds indoors, prepare your garden beds, and dream of all the delicious veggies you're going to grow. Next, we've got summer. Summer in Alaska. It's like a long, beautiful sigh of relief after a long winter. The days are long, the sun is almost always shining, and your garden is bursting with life. This is the time to plant your seedlings, keep those weeds in check, and watch your garden flourish. And then there's fall. Fall in Alaska is like a beautiful, bittersweet symphony of colors. The leaves are changing, the air is crisp, and it's time to harvest the fruits of your labor. This is the time to pull up those root veggies, gather your herbs, and start planning for next year's garden. Chapter 7. Building a DIY greenhouse. Extend your growing season. Now, if you're really serious about gardening in Alaska and want to extend your growing season even further, then listen up. Let's talk greenhouses. Greenhouses are like the ultimate cheat code for gardeners in cooler climates. They create a warm, sunny oasis where you can grow your favorite plants year-round, even when it's snowing outside. Building a greenhouse doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. You can find plans online for simple DIY greenhouses that use repurposed materials like old windows and doors. It's like giving those old materials a new purpose and creating something beautiful and functional for your home. Having a greenhouse is like having a little slice of summer all year long. You can grow fresh herbs, start your seedlings early, and even grow some of those heat-loving veggies that wouldn't normally survive in Alaska's climate. Thank you for watching. If you found these tips helpful, hit the like button and share this video with someone dreaming of a garden in a cold climate. Don't forget to subscribe for more gardening tips and tricks every week. Remember, y'all, growing a garden is a journey, not a race. It's about trying new things, learning from your mistakes, because trust me, we all make them, and enjoying the process. Together, let's grow fresh food and beauty, even in the toughest climates. See you in the next video.